And for the record, we're not in favor of any sort of tokenism, whether it's a black to white or white to black. But the thing is, it's still funny to watch. And I'm not coming to their defense on behalf of this because they're always yes, queen, slay on Twitter whenever it's the other way around. So, yes, I will tell y'all I agree. This is stupid. But I'm not defending these motherfuckers. I'm just going to watch as the world burns and watch them throw a fit. We're going to get into the comments.
Skip a little ahead in the video in order to the part where he actually talks about it, because there's a lot of preliminary context he gives in this video. I watched a little bit beforehand.
I'm definitely not sitting through that, though. But, yeah.
There we go. Yep.
He's a really cool guy. Haven't seen the movie yet. I
no,
hope
it's
I
still
didn't
coming
mess
through the mic.
anything
Oh, there it
up.
goes.
What
Yeah,
is really funny about this situation is this image was drawn in 2018, and I'm guessing this was shortly after the Black Panther movie came out. It was just the wrong time to make something like this and post it anywhere online, since it was probably one of the most successful movies where a proper black superhero was brought to the big screen in an extremely popular franchise to represent people of color. So obviously an image like that will stir up a ruckus, and people will immediately refer to it as whitewashing, especially since the canon Black Panther mantle has always been mostly held by T'Challa and previously his father, both of whom were black, and the only time the Black Panther was a white person in the comics, he was mostly referred to as White Tiger instead of the canon name Black Panther. So we could just automatically assume the writers saved the name Black Panther for a black as whitewashing, especially since the canon Black Panther mantle has always been mostly held by T'Challa and previously his father, both of whom were black, and the only time the Black Panther was a white person in the comics, he was mostly referred to as White Tiger instead of the canon name Black Panther. So we could just automatically assume the writers saved the name Black Panther for a black person.
Yeah, that's good.
But like every good joke, there is always a twist. Marvel recently announced their new spin-off series called What If, where they basically played around with
Quick interjection. Notice how this is the only time people care about the source material.
Different characters, reenacted different events that happened in the cinematic universe, but played them out in different scenarios, just giving room for exploring new possibilities. Hence the name What If. In this new series, there is an episode where Steve gets injured and then Peggy becomes the Captain America. In another episode, the Avengers
that
are
man said
mysteriously
Steve
killed.
gets
Then
injured.
Loki
He's a
comes down to
zombie.
Earth to avenge Thor and ends up ruling Earth after the battle.
That's
and
a hell of
T'Challa
an
becomes
injury.
Star-Lord.
He became a zombie.
Black Panther. As you can see, they're not totally bad for spin-off ideas, and the stories
You
are
know
actually
comic book
kind of
heroes,
good. But
it's
trust
just
the
something
internet.
they
When something
bounce
is
back
Steve
from.
gets
good, there's always
injured,
going to be that
becomes
Twitter user
undead.
that digs
Yeah,
up
same
something from
thing.
the past to stir up some drama. A Twitter user found this image of White Panther. No one knows how.
Another thing, bro. I don't know why black YouTubers play the Uncle Ruckus tuba music. That shit is not funny, bro. Why do you keep using that?
It's a signifier, so that way you know it's gonna be like, oh, here it comes.
This shit's not funny.
And for all we may know, he may have had the image since and was just waiting for the right moment to share it again to fuel more hate and violence on Twitter. Whoever made
Hate and violence, bro.
this needs to get arrested. Funny how a simple sentence can set the tone for an entire situation. That little statement was enough to get everyone triggered, and people just immediately started reacting with different opinions. I feel like I need a shower after looking at this. You probably needed a shower before looking at it. I mean, I love T'Challa being Star-Lord, but why would having the reverse in the show be bad? I'm not trying to support this, but it just sounds like a weird argument to say something like it or whatever. But maybe I'm just a dumbass.
At least somebody's willing to acknowledge that people actually enjoy T'Challa as Star-Lord, but would never like the reverse. And they're actually confused by why.
Can you see what's going on here? So the argument is T'Challa can't be Star-Lord and everyone.
When it comes to these types of stories or these types of things, if you start off with an example like saying something about a race, like, oh, this character should be X, or like, oh, we should change this character to like X race. All right, what happens if we reverse it? Oh wait, that sounds racist. Then congratulations, the first sentence was racist.
Exactly.
To say something like it or whatever.
Go
But
on.
maybe I'm just a dumbass. Can you see what's going on here? So the argument is T'Challa can't be Star-Lord and everyone will be cool with it. But when Star-Lord or any other white person becomes the Black Panther, everyone just goes nuts over it. It is an abomination. Race swapping guide. White to whatever ethnicity equals stunning, brave, and groundbreaking. But whatever ethnicity to white equals evil.
How the fuck?
Word ending in ist.
What happened? What's your gripe?
No, my literal analogy is just put on the fucking screen.
Oh yeah, you can't have shit. Nah. Now you know how it feels.
Shit.
Now you know how it feels. Can't have shit.
Or ism.
Basically genocide.
How is this a big deal even? Arresting someone because that person made a what if fan art of Black Panther was portrayed by a white person? The arguments I read against it are inconsistent and hypocritical. I know why I wouldn't be for it, but because I don't like established characters changed. However, one has to be consistent, can't cherry pick. So basically everyone is angry. On one hand, we have people who are losing their shits over this and just can't stand the sight of a white person wielding the shield of the Black Panther. And on the other hand, we have the people who are calling BS and accusing the other people of hypocrisy. So right now it's just a giant tug of war and I'm sitting there in the middle like... These people are having bants and just furiously quarreling over fan art on Twitter while there's a whole video of an Arabian Spider-Man literally just doing whatever.
Assalamu alaikum, sister. How are you? Where is your hijab? Ramadan. Leave her alone. And hey, don't worry about it. Malak duck.
Alright, now let's take a look at what is making everyone so angry. First off, what is pissing off the first set of people is they believe the Black Panther is canonically a black person, so the idea of having a white person in the suit is just triggering and inappropriate.
Anyway, we get the gist of the video for the rest of it, right? We know the argument at this point. The people screaming hypocrisy are absolutely correct. I wanted to get to the comments. I gotta see this, man.
Oh God, we're gonna delve into the comments. Here we go.
Someday I'll invent a new type of washing called Shrek washing, where every character is drawn to look like Shrek. The best part is that everyone likes Shrek, so no one can be toxic about it. What the fuck? I'm not reading the replies on that. I think so. If Hollywood wants racial diversity, okay. Damn it, bro. The comments actually sound coherent today. Fuck, bro. Smart people got on the man. Man, there were some toxic ass comments a couple days ago. I think so. If Hollywood wants racial diversity, let it film characters that are black or Asian according to the canon, so they will get to know people with new heroes and not change the race. Damn it, bro. Where's the idiots at?
We're actively looking for morons. We're getting smart people. We're like, God damn it.
Right. I came here expecting lunacy and got sanity. This is bullshit. It's not what I came here for. Jason Gunn found Bloodsport's character who was black in the comics and introduced me to this character. Why make a black Clark Kent? When can we make a film about Val's? Let's not do that either. But I agree with everything else. Wait, for the record, was movie Val Zod technically tokenized?
You're asking if Val Zod is tokenized?
The movie version. He was white in the Man of Steel.
Yeah, I would say that.
Wow, we might have one working example of Hollywood changing a black character to white. Damn. No one noticed. You heard it here first, folks.
It wasn't expedient then.
We got one example, folks, out of hundreds.
Will the real idiot please stand up and take a bow?
You know what's crazy, bro? It's a character no one gives a fuck about anyway. So,
like, for real, these jokers. I don't know, man. Comic book normies are.
They don't pay attention to everything going on in. Like,
Oh my
canon.
God, bro.
They've never read any of the original comics. They want to be fed their slop, and they want to be happy that they watched and be like, "I like this character."
Yeah, they're
now.
pig. Yeah, they're pig shit consumers, bro.
They have to consume.
Consumers.
Consume.
I think we found
I
a
need
toxic
to buy
comment,
my Funko
bro.
Pack.
Look, man, Funko Pop's fire. Stop talking shit about Funko Pops. All right, I'm tired.
No,
of
I
y'all.
will talk shit about Funko Pops every
Nah,
single fucking
nah,
day I get the chance.
nah. They're
What do you
fire.
mean,
bro.
nah?
You know what? I'll show you some Funko Pops after the stream
They got them
ends,
soulless eyes. All right.
bruh. But all right, you know what? I'm gonna show you some special edition Funkos. Anyway, let's get to this toxic comment. Oh God, that guy. This is what I was talking about earlier. He's not even just a troll trying to piss people off. And even then, that would still be bad. God, bro. This is one of the same people on Twitter. Yes, Queen Slay. Get that bag. He's the same guy who drew Nessa as a monkey. And there were leaked Discord
God.
messages where he was comparing Starfire from the live-action Teen Titans to an ape. And was throwing several tantrums because a black guy was representing Sweden in Eurovision. There's probably a lot of context there missing. But I don't see how I shouldn't take... I mean, I don't know, bro. People lean on their own interpretation for shit. I, for one, believe this nigga's just trolling.
The way I see it is like later on in the video, if you want to watch it, we'll post the link to it directly in the description.
The actual tweet
to talk about how in fan art, do whatever, don't attack artists and threaten them just because they did an interpretation. Because like there are people on Twitter that get angry when because you gave the character some excess lighting, the character is like a few shades lighter than what is like the color palette them on the show. And it's like, do you not know how lighting works? Like, I'm a photographer. I know exactly how a lot of this lighting works. Like, I've been specifically told a lot of times when I have to light somebody of darker complexion, yeah, you need to light them up a little bit brighter because they're darker. So you have to lighten them up a bit more. This is what happens. Mm-hmm. This is just light. It's not anything having to do with racial tension. It's literally literally.
Here's
light.
a toxic comment. Yeah, we're getting to the retards, boy.
Oh God, damn it!
I hate how racists try to defend this evil art guy, saying what he does is bait for SJWs. He drew Nessa as a monkey. All right, well, we have 2 confirmations of that so far. T'Challa as a white man, never draws black characters otherwise, and has Discord screenshots of him being pissed at the sight of black characters appearing in comics. Screenshots. Man, bro. This is the OK symbol from 4chan all over again. I can smell it a mile away, bro.
I have no idea. I've never done research on a Twitter artist.
You don't have to, bro. I'm very sure he's just trolling, man. I'm so sure. I'm so sure he's trolling.
I don't know, man. All I know is that primary message: don't attack. What the fuck? Don't attack artists for making art just because you dislike it. And when it comes to Hollywood doing this kind of shit, there needs to be some level of consistency. Because if not, people are just going to keep pointing at the hypocrisy, and people are just going to keep getting mad.
Oh, and to be clear, I play the video for everyone to get context. My real focus is on these comments and how people are reacting to this from the other side, because they're perfectly fine with white characters being dipped in chocolate, but the other way around is racist and all this other shit. Like, look at this dumbass comment. I'm not really surprised at this point. People are out here just removing culture and something that is important to his story.
Wait, his race is important to his story?
I mean, to his story, I mean, technically, yeah, because it's a black African tribe. But the fact of the matter is, I don't give a flying fuck if it's important to his story or not. The character's original race is who the character is. I don't give a fuck how much it contributes to the story. I just don't care.
It's
how the
like,
character
for
was
example, every time we
incepted, how the character was conceived, is that character. That's it.
I mean, if we can bring up a big inspiration of us, Eric July, he was one of the people who keeps talking about tokenization. That says, if you look at Peter Parker, Spider-Man, there are a bunch of other interpretations of Spider-Man, but the Spider-Man always and will always forever be Peter Parker.
Keep in mind though,
Everything
before you continue, keep in mind though, a lot of people who come to Eric already thought that way. Just to point that out, like
No,
I
I
already
understand.
thought that way.
Yeah, no, I was the same exact way. When I saw a Peter Parker, I saw a Spider-Man, I'm like, oh, it's Peter. Or if I saw something that was a different take, like the Scarlet Spider, which is a fucking good version of Spider-Man, it's like an alternative universe or it's a different take, and like that's totally fine.
The only pass
But-
I'll give to Spider people are the 2 original clones and Miguel O'Hara. That's it. That's it. Beyond
Even
that,
then, like,
they all
yeah.
need to die.
Even then, like if you make an interpretation of a character, just give them a good fucking story. Like just make the story good, and then a lot of people are willing to overlook the obvious hypocrisy because then you made a really good fucking story. And I don't mean a good story that
I mean, it's not
advocates for,
hypocrisy. Like, you can have a well done tokenized character, right? It's not hypocrisy on that front. It's only hypocrisy when you're for one side and you're against the other. Like, there's no consistency. Like, She-Hulk is not hypocrisy.
she's tokenized because she is a feminized version of the Hulk, but
Right.
she's still a really good example.
Right. It can be done well. They're not all created equal, as Eric says. There was another point I wanted to make as well regarding that. Oh, yeah. People seem to miss the point that I know people are probably going to say this is dumb or whatever. The point of a fictional character is to treat them as if they were a real person. So to change them is literally like changing a real person.
I don't follow. Like, explain that a little bit.
We treat like fictional characters are represented as if they are real people. Is what I'm trying to say. That's the point of
okay.
that's the point of preservation of the character. You get like that is the entire point of fictional media, right? Like a character, you're supposed to get attached to them and who they are in their entirety as a character. So to change anything about them defeats the fucking purpose. And that's why I'm saying they are being represented as if they are actual people, like real people. That's the entire point of fictional writing and storytelling.
Yeah, I can see that.
Like, of course, you know they're not real people, but they're clearly represented as if they were. That's why we have epics, fables, and legends and shit like that that give vivid descriptions of who these people were, quotation marks. That's the whole point.
I mean, this is the reason why I never get excited hearing about anything hitting a mainstream, especially in Hollywood.
Yeah, I'm not excited for anything Hollywood does anymore, like at all.
Bitch, can you even name one thing you're excited about coming out of Hollywood? Because I know your is a little bit more on the ground of that.
I mean, the only film that I'm actually gonna go and see is probably the Venom movie. That's really it.
Even then,
And,
I'll probably
I
just see
mean-
that for the CGI fights, because Venom without the context of Spider-Man still makes no fucking sense.
yeah, I mean, I get that, and I mean, I'm not gonna fault anybody for saying that. I mean, I'm in complete agreement with that, you know. But other than that, they can have the rest of that stuff. I'm not interested.
Nope.
Like my mom was trying to convince me to go and see Shang-Chi, and I'm just like, for what? Why? You know? She was like, "Oh, it made so much money," and I was like, "Ma, for one, you ignore me."
Oh,
you
no.
know? And
You
she-
did
she
not
even
say that
admits
to
it.
your mom, bro.
She even admits it. I was just gonna say she even admits it. She was like, I don't really know too much about the character myself, but you know, she likes.
You
to
are
try
not
and
getting an
get into
accurate
stuff.
representation from that movie. The description of Shang, bro. This is the description of Shang-Chi I got. James Bond meets Bruce Lee. That is not at all what I got from that film, bro. Not even close.
So
I got Jackie Chan Adventures. Not even the good shit from Jackie Chan Adventures.
So my mom was like, she said she wasn't even all that interested in his character, and I'm like, that's what the movie was supposed to be about.
Oh yeah, the
She
movie's
said-
not about him, bro. I saw the movie just because the movie theater finally opened. Like, I'm not even gonna lie, bro. It was an in the moment thing. I was actually trying to go to my comic shop before that time, right? But it turns out the comic shop was closed that day because the owner went to Dragon Con, right? Mm-hmm. So the movie theater is literally, this dude's he strategically placed the fuck out of his comic shop, right? It's right next to the movie theater, and I imagine he would have had to be there back when like the actual Marvel movies were good. So like once people left the movie theater, they see the comic shop. Anyway, it was closed. So I noticed people were going in the movie theater, so I went over there like, I'd like to see a movie. It's open, why not? I saw Shang-Chi was playing, and I ended up just watching it. It's not worth the money, bro. I paid $4 for that ticket. Still ain't worth the money. IMAX 3D paid $4, bro. It still wasn't worth it.
The only thing I could think of when it came to information about Shang-Chi is like the only thing I've heard, it was like, yeah, it was all right. Kind of felt like it was a failed premise.
There are literal characters in that movie that if they just weren't there, nothing would change, bro.
Then what's the point of their character?
I don't know.
My mom was saying that she liked Shang-Chi's mom in the movie, and I'm like, what the fuck, man? The movie's supposed to be about him. What is
his mom plays a very small role in the film. She gets very little screen time.
I don't know, man. I mean, I haven't even seen it. I don't want to see it.
Yeah, you don't.
So whatever she saw from that movie, I don't know. That's to her.
Maybe she saw
Watching that movie.
In the mom.
Watching that movie is like drinking a glass of water. It's inoffensive, but overall, you'd prefer something with some flavor. It's like unseasoned chicken breast. It's like unseasoned chicken breast for the eyeballs.
God.
It's literally like watching boiled chicken.